not a drop so far. And, you know, I know that was only one bucket of water, but one thing that I found really satisfying watching that when I poured the bucket over is the way each of the fans and skylight is sitting. The water, none of it wants to sit at them. They all kind of float away really quick because they're all at the high points, which is kind of what I intended, was to make them a little bit higher. So, you know, it's nice that worked out. Good morning everyone and welcome to day 10 of the build. The sun is back out shining after a few rainy days here, and today I'm going to try and tackle what is hopefully a more simple task, in that I'm just going to be putting in these two Caravan sliding windows. Now you'll notice they're tinted pretty dark. They already had privacy glaze on them, and then I got a tinted midnight black. I did that because I really want to be able to be stealth in this van and be inside it with no one realizing. And that's another reason I got the skylight in the roof, was so there's lots of light coming in if it is all shut up. And when you're out camping somewhere, you have the doors open and stuff anyway, so there's going to be plenty of light in there. Now I'm well aware that in the last video I said try not to cut those roof holes too exact, because they allow a bit of movement. These windows only have about just over a centimetre, 1.3 of play, that I need that flange to secure it and to watertight it using some adhesive. So this cut kind of has to be exact. Alright, so after way too much deliberation, I have decided this is going to be my location for the window. I like it because it kind of lines up with the top of this. I had to think about kind of my sitting height, where I'm going to be looking out, as well as allowing enough space for overhead cupboards, the backrest of the couch. I'm potentially also raising the couch. So there's a lot that goes into those decisions, and that's one of the areas where it'd be good to have someone else to kind of bounce off. But really, I've just been looking at photos of vans on Instagram and stuff to try and get reference to how other people position theirs. And because this is a nice straight line already that's level with the outside of the van, I'll kill two birds with one stone, grind along, and that should make a nice bottom outside line. Point of no return. Just gonna move you back a little bit. Alright, so she's very much not a pretty job. So the space is now marked out. I'm going to clean this up a bit. And I'm really going to hold off to clean up all the metal shavings until I've done both windows and cut them out, because it's going to be a lot to clean up. And remember, you've got to get all those metal shavings up, otherwise they're going to lead to rust inside the van. Now I'm going to drill some pilot holes through and use that to mark where my template goes on the other side, and I'll jigsaw out from that side. Let's do it. So now from the outside, I can see the pilot holes on both sides, and this is the line from the angle grinder. So I'm just going to line up my template with those, so that should just be on the inside. And then if you look at that, I'll do a final measurement to make sure that that's straight off the top. Tape it in place, stencil it, Bob's your uncle. Just stopped for a quick smoko, and what a glorious day this is turning out to be. The last few days it's been raining here, so this is amazing. And it's amazing what difference some sunshine can make, so I hope you're all getting out amongst it. Now, a few of you recommended that I upgrade my jigsaw blade to a better one for the cut. taken your recommendation. This one says that it is ideal for stainless steel and sheet metal. So let's see if it makes a difference. So, plain and simply, the answer is yes, it is worth getting a better jigsaw blade. That blade was like 13 bucks just for the one, whereas they came in packs of like 10 for 15 or 17 bucks. But it cuts so much nicer. The hole is cut. What are the chances it's gonna fit first go? I'm gonna say low. Now, before I go to put this in, why don't you pause the video and go to comment and say whether or not you think this is going to fit first time. I'm very interested to see how many people have way too much faith in me. All right, I'll give you 10 seconds. Here we go. She's close, but not quite there. Thank you for those that did have faith. All right, take 2, take 3. This is gonna be it. Take 4, take 5. But you're starting to feel pretty silly if you bet on me on the first go. All right, take 6. If this isn't the last take, one of you can have the van. Whew. Praise be. That looks sleek. I'm gonna use some Sikaflex to hold that in. But the good thing is it seems to be in there so tight that I won't really have to worry too much about bracing it. It's really gonna, I think I'm gonna actually have trouble getting it out at the moment. So, I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side now, but way easier. So the second hole is cut, the window fits well. It was way faster that time just because I kind of knew exactly where to put it, and I guess I wasn't really filming as much as well. But it went in nice and smooth, and now, well, it took a little bit of readjusting. It still took about 6 goes. But I'm starting to lose a bit of daylight, so I'm gonna treat that with rust-proof paint as well and get everything else cleaned up so it's gonna be fully ready in the morning to just stick them in. Good morning, everyone. So I spent last night getting everything ready, and then this morning, these bad boys are ready to go in. I just gave the flanges a bit of a brush with an abrasive brush to make sure that the adhesive sticks to it. And I also taped around the area of each window so that when I put the windows in, when it presses together, the excess Sikaflex will come off. Now, so I am using Sikaflex Pro to seal the windows. That's not necessarily the best adhesive to use. Some people don't like using one like Sikaflex Pro because it means that it's going to be really hard to ever take the window off if I need to. I actually looked, there is a Sikaflex that's one that's designed for caravans and a marine grade, which would have been better, but I just couldn't find any available in the area. So this is what I've got to use. I've actually already done the other window. I decided to do it as a practice run before I filmed. And 2 things I've learned, I would say, is that I'm not going to go quite as heavy with the Sikaflex on this one, quite a lot squished out the sides. And the second one is that if I did have the choice, I would use a black, not a white, because even though you can barely see it around the edges, you can see little bits of it after the cleanup. And the black would make it just kind of look like an extension of the window, whereas because the white doesn't exactly match the van paint, you can kind of tell the difference. But this is what I've got. I'm going to go for it. So here we go. Definitely a bit better with the amount squirting out. This is why I've got the tape here, so hopefully when I peel the tape, that'll catch a lot of that excess. All right, so now I'm gonna try and brace it from inside. So you can see I've got that side braced, but really it's only this end of that window because I haven't been able to put clamps or anything on that side because I can't open it. So I'm hoping to be able to pull these together after I do the same on this one. The same on this one. Alrighty, so that one is in. I'm just gonna clean up the excess like I said. And peeling away the tape will do a lot of that, and then I'll also use a bit of terps just to clean it right up. I'll show you one I've prepared earlier rather than having to wait to see that one. So this one's just curing now. So that was actually quite a nice, simple, fun install process, really considering the way other things have gone on the van. I'm going to give them now a couple of days to cure, and then I'll water test them to make sure they're 100% watertight. Then we're good to go. I'm pretty excited that, you know, these are all small steps, but step by step, I'm getting closer towards the finished product. There's a long way to go. And just so you guys know in terms of where I'm up to in terms of the van build, how it's going in total, and the van update, this week's been a bit of a slow week for me because I've been waiting on things to arrive, but really they're all coming in the next few days. So the next few videos I've got coming up is sound deadening, insulation, installing a gas box, solar panels. They all should be banging out relatively quickly now that I've gotten everything. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this one a like. It was just an easy one today. And yeah, I'll see you for the next build video, episode 5, 4.